for the Every Bit Counts challenge is going to be bagging and sealing some salmon for the freezer. Today's salmon are reds. They came from the Russian/Kenai River area. They're a beautiful salmon. We already have them kind of butchered and taken off the bone and all of that, and now I'm just going to be bagging it and throwing it in the freezer. I would have shown you all of the things, but we have some people visiting that went fishing with us and they helped process it, and they've just requested not to be on camera. So I want to respect that, but still bring you in as part of all of what we're doing here on the homestead. And a huge part of our protein is things that we grow, the chickens, or things that we can fish for, obviously all the different kinds of fish here in Alaska. So let's process some salmon. Welcome to Modern Homestead Alaska. We are Aaron and Jessica Milnes. We are building a modern homestead outside of Wasilla, Alaska, with the help of 3 of our children. Our second son, Caleb, our daughter, Cody Ann, and the youngest of our family, Wyatt, along with our 3 dogs, Tipper and Daisy, and the newest addition, Roberto. So this is what we are working with here. We processed it down to this point, put it in this big bowl for me, and then popped that in the fridge. And now I am going to portion it out. For us, either I do the whole salmon fillet, which I'm going to do some of that today, or I am going to do a half. I'm gonna clean up a little. Okay, so half, that's a half of a fillet. Half. So there are so many ways of processing salmon, and as the salmon season continues along, although the silvers have not come in yet, you will see us do lots of different things. The quickest and easiest way for me to process salmon on our homestead is by getting it in the freezer. A couple of different ways. I might want that whole slab. If we're having guests over or even our family, I might just do one whole slab, and you'll see me do them as a whole. I cut them in half. A lot of times it makes cooking it and processing it when I get it out of the freezer easier. And then once in a while, I'll put like a half of one of the slabs of salmon in a single bag, and that would help for a day where maybe we are doing more than one kind of fish and we don't need that much salmon. I did want, because the guests kind of show up in the middle of this that have requested not to be filmed, I want to take you on this Saturday morning a trip to the most beautiful place in all of Alaska with Caleb and I, and we go out on his little John boat in a secret path onto a little river system, and it is so beautiful. Join us now. Woo. If we're being honest, I've struggled a little bit with the Every Bit Counts challenge this month, having guests in our house for 10 days and then everything else that we have going on. Taking moments like this with just one of my children, myself, and alone with that person, and we never hardly talked at all. We just spent some time together. It's easy to forget in the hustle and bustle and the preps and the preserving and the kind of worries that bog us down for the future, we forget to stop and look around at the beauty that surrounds us. Alaska is something that you can't quite put into words. Being here and having it completely surround you. And I think this location is a good location to understand. When we say a camera is facing forward, but this is surrounding me 360 degrees of mountains and water, trees, the most beautiful landscapes I have ever laid my eyes on. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of the video. It's a trip down a little river with just Caleb and I. As we make our way back up the river, I would just like to remind or share a small story. When we first came looking for a place in Alaska, my deepest prayer was to find a place that was so peaceful and so quiet that I could feel God, that I could hear Him around me, and that I would know that His presence was with me. Alaska has truly offered that to us, and we are so grateful for it every single time we have the opportunity to just be still and know that He is God. So I invite you, if these are things that you enjoy, whether it's food preservation or just some time here in Alaska, or you want to see what other people are doing, how we make a living, what we build, all of our adventures, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you ring the bell, you'll get notification. Thumbs up and comments do help our channels to grow. Although generally my videos are not complete silence and quiet while you just enjoy the scenery, but once in a while I would like for you to just spend some time with me. And this happened to be our day in the still, in the quietness, up and down the little river, and in and out of the woods. So thank you for being here today. Enjoy the end of the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.